welcome back to another video. Today we're playing Minecraft again, and today we're going over just the basics of how to start your first survival world. So, to start off, you don't have to, but you can choose a name. We're gonna type in whoa, did I just turn, okay. We're gonna type in a secret message, if I can type. Alright, that is our secret message today. Go ahead and do that real quick. But you're going to choose your game mode. Today we're doing a survival beginner's guide. So we're going to keep it on survival. And if you're a beginner, normally you don't want to do hard. You might want to do normal or even do easy. We'll stick with easy today. So let's go over the difficulties. So peaceful, no hostile mobs, and only some natural mobs spawn. Hunger bar doesn't deplete and health replenishes over time. Easy, hostile mobs spawn but deal less damage. Hunger bar depletes and drains health down to 5 hearts. So if you run out of hunger, it'll only go down to 5 hearts. Hostile mobs spawn and deal standard damage. Hunger bar depletes and drains health down to half a heart. Hostile mobs spawn and deal more damage. Hunger bar depletes and drains all health. We're sticking with easy. Hardcore mode. If you're a beginner, you don't want to do hardcore mode because what it does is it locks it onto hard mode. You can't go into easy mode. You can't go into creative mode. You can't activate cheats. And when you die, you can't respawn. You can't respawn if you die. Good luck. You'll need it. See, look, it locked it on hard mode, and it does this cool thingy right here. But you don't want to have hardcore mode on for your first survival world. Alright, moving on from the general, which is this screen, we're going to move on to the advanced. You may not have to change much in this screen. I mean, it has, okay, so starting off in this screen is your seed. This could be important depending on what you're doing. For your first world, I don't think it matters that much, but you can go on to templates, and it gives you a whole bunch of seed templates, and you can choose one, but for now we're just going to keep it random. Hopefully you get a good seed. I don't know what I'm going to get, but this is the seed. And then flat world. For starter survival, you can't really play survival in a flat world, at least not yet on Bedrock because there's no resources. On Java there's villages and other structures, but not on Bedrock. So anyways, and then there's a starting map. You can do this, it's not necessary. I hardly ever do it. Bonus chest, if you're brand new you could do it. I'm gonna do it just to show you. Actually, we'll do the starting map too. And then show coordinates. This is good if you are playing creative and you want to do commands, or if you're trying to find people in multiplayer, but we're not going to do it. And then show days played. Display the number of in-game days played. I'm going to turn that on because it's cool. And if you scroll down, there's some other things that you can turn off and on. There's immediate respawn, skip you died menu, and immediately respawn. So when you die in other than hardcore mode, when you die, it says you died, and then it'll show respawn or go back to menu. If you activate this, instead of showing that screen, it'll just immediately respawn. I'm not going to turn it on. Simulation distance is just how far it's like, what's it called? I forget. Oh, it's like render distance, but where render distance is how far you can see things. Simulation distance is how far things load. So I'm gonna keep it at 4, just so we can have a smooth gameplay. On from the advanced screen. Oh, also required sleeping players. You could turn this off. You could turn it on to 1 if you're playing multiplayer. I'm gonna keep it on 100% because nobody's gonna be playing. All right. On to multiplayer. So multiplayer is, you just want to mess with this if you're playing multiplayer or not. So you can turn off multiplayer And you could just ignore all this. I'm gonna turn it off. Actually, I'll show you. So player access, it means who can join your world. Invited friends, anyone you send a direct invite can join. So invited players can join your world. Friends, anyone you've added as a Minecraft friend can join. So they can join on their own will if they want. Friends of friends. Friends of your Minecraft friends can join. So like say I had a friend and he joined, and then his friend joined. They're not friends with me, then they can join. I'm gonna keep it in invited players, and then default player permissions. So you can be a visitor. So this is for whoever joins. You can change their default player permissions. Visitors can only observe your world, not interact. So they can't break, they can't build, they can't interact with doors and stuff. Members can build and mine, attack players and mobs, and interact with items and entities. So the normal survival stuff, but they don't have operator commands. And if you turn on operator, you can't earn achievements. Operators can teleport and use commands in addition to everything that members can do. Visible to LAN players, so players that are on the same Wi-Fi as you can join your world even if they're not friends. Friendly fire, so if you have it on, players can damage other players. If you turn it off, players can't damage other players. Locator bar shows the direction of nearby players in the world. So you know your XP bar down at the bottom, well I guess if you're a beginner you don't, but down at the bottom it turns into the locator bar and it has little dots on it that shows where players are. We'll keep that on because nobody's gonna be playing. So cheats. I hardly use this menu in survival worlds, but you can turn on cheats and then you can't earn achievements. There's a lot of different cheats. You can make it always day. You can turn on so always day means it's always day. Keep inventory keeps all items in the inventory when you die. Mob spawning, mob spawn naturally. You can turn that off. Mob griefing, turn that off, so they can't destroy blocks in your world. Entities drop loot. Non-mob entities like paintings drop items when destroyed. You can turn that off. Weather cycle, the possibility to get rain, snow, and thunderstorms. So basically, the weather cycle, you can turn that off, so it always is one weather. Command blocks, use commands to program these blocks. You can turn that off and on. Minecraft education features enables educational items like the chemistry kit. You can turn that on. I might showcase this sometime, but I don't have the brain space to do that right now. Also, that's not what this video is, so we're going to turn cheats off so we can earn achievements. Resource packs and behavior packs. That is not a survival vanilla feature, so if you're not a beginner, you probably know how to use these. So I'm not going to go over them. Experiments. Wait. Okay, never mind. Experiments. Gameplay. Experiments are potential new features. Be careful as things might break. Villager trade rebalances. Contains updates, trades for villagers, and the purpose of rebalancing. So basically, new trades for villagers. I don't quite understand this one. Drop 3 2025. Improve your management with a new copper golem and improve switching in the third game drop of 2025. So we went over this this update the other day. It is now in the experiments. We're not going to turn any of these on because if you turn this on, you can't earn achievements. And it could break things, but not actually. Add-on creators. So basically, if you make add-ons or other things, you can turn this on for your world. But we're obviously not making add-ons, so we're not gonna mess with any of these. I never mess with any of these. So that is the creative menu, or the create world menu. And that is how we start off our world today. And then let's go into the world and see, and then I'll show you the steps to your beginning of the survival experience. If you are a beginner, you may not want to play in survival as your first world. Oh yeah, vibrant visuals. Oh, there's a village over there. There's a mountain. Okay, this is actually a really good spawn. So the starting map, when you start in the world, you're gonna get a starting map. You can activate it, and you have a starting map. And then if you have the bonus chest, so the bonus chest, basically, it's in its name. It gives you a bunch of extra things to start your world off. You can either have, there's a whole bunch of different things you can get, but you can either have stone or wooden pickaxes. It doesn't matter that much to me, but let's go ahead and get these materials, cactuses. I'm only gonna get the needed materials, so I don't need anything like cactuses, but you wanna get food, and maybe wood, because that is the important stuff. Saplings you won't need because, we're in a world. Anyway, when you start off your world, sometimes you'll get lucky and there'll be a village really close by. Sometimes you won't be lucky and you'll be stranded in the middle of a desert. That's really annoying. We got actually a lucky spawn, so if you go back in the video and copy down that seed, you can if you want, but we're just starting off this video. And so when you start in your world, you normally have nothing. We obviously did the bonus chest, so actually we're gonna put everything back, because I feel like that's cheating. Even the map, we're not gonna use the bonus chest. I wanted to just show you it. So when you start off in your world, your main goal is either going to be get wood or get wool first, because wool is important, especially when you're playing on something that's not peaceful. So like easy, normal, or hard mode. Wool you can craft, or you can use to craft a bed. Also, you're going to need wood. Wood is very important in the Minecraft world. So you want to go up to a tree. If there's vines on it, usually there's not vines. You want to break down the tree and collect the wood. You want to keep breaking all the logs in the tree until there is no logs left in the tree, and then you can go on to the next tree or start crafting. To start your survival world, usually the first thing you'll craft in your game is, well, other than wood planks. So you want to go into your crafting. You want to press E if you're on keyboard, and you want to go to your crafting section. You can place down a log or whatever, and it'll turn into oak planks. And then you put them in a 4x4 rotation, and you get a crafting table. This is your first crafting block for Minecraft survival. We're gonna place this down, and now you have a 3x3 instead of a 2x2 crafting grid. We have wool. If you get 3 wool, you can craft a bed. Let's place these in here. We're gonna turn them all into planks. We're gonna get some sticks by doing this, and then we're gonna place 2 sticks down, and we're gonna place 3 over the top. Nope, not 4, get rid of that one. And boom, you have your first tool in Minecraft, a wooden pickaxe. We're gonna do another one, and this time we have a sword. And that, if you do that, you have a sword. And now, actually, let's craft an axe too. So we're gonna get more sticks. I'm gonna place these down, and boom, now we have an axe. These are your basic crafting tools for Minecraft survival. Now, your next goal, if you don't already have 3 wool, is gonna be to get some food. I'm sorry, Piggy, but you're my nearest source of food, other than that chest, but I'm not. Oh, chickens, they're not the best, because in order to eat them, you have to cook them, or else they'll get hunger or poisoning. I don't remember. I think it's hunger. But yeah, you'll get hunger, and then your hunger will deplete rapidly. Alright, but let's get into villages. We spawned, luckily, close to a village. So if you actually get lucky and you spawn next to a village, I mean, it's not super rare. About 1 in every 3 worlds, you spawn next to a village. But if you spawn next to a village, you usually want to head over to that village. I didn't do it yet because I wanted to show you the basics of survival. And we still don't even have 3 wool, but that's because I can't find any sheep. And I swear it's impossible to find sheep for me. I can literally never find sheep. Also, water. Sometimes you want to be careful. There will be drowned in the water. So drowned is basically, well, drowned. They're drowned zombies. So the zombies, but they were under the water for too long and they turned into drowns. Some of them, it's pretty rare, but sometimes you have tridents. And those ones do a lot of damage. You really want to stay away from those ones. But tridents are very rare. Alright. Ooh, pumpkins. Pumpkins are rare. I think they're a little bit rarer than diamonds, actually. Diamonds aren't super rare, though. So, villages. The wonderful structure of villages. Villages are, well, one of the first Minecraft structures. When you see a village, you obviously want to head towards it. But sometimes there will be no villagers. Well, actually, there will be zombified villagers, and there will be cobwebs in the wall. That is very rare, but it's called an abandoned village. I've encountered that a couple times. But when you go to a village, you're usually looking for chests to loot. So like this one had a chest, and it has potatoes in it, and some bread, and an apple, and a feather, but I don't care for the feather. And then this one, ooh, another one. Ooh, and it has armor. It has 4 leather tunics. That's great. Armor. So armor is very important in Minecraft. But I'll talk about that in a second because I was still talking about villagers. Villagers have chests in their houses. Not all of them will have chests, but a lot of them will. They also have these. I mean, they look different usually, but this is a brewing stand. It's for potions. They'll have workstations. That's what they're called. There's bells. If you ring the bells, the villagers will run to their homes. But yeah, you just want to head into every building checking for chests, because sometimes they'll have really good stuff in them. Also, you can steal one of their beds if you want. I kind of feel like that's cheating, but if I can't find any more white sheep, there's a black sheep, but it's not a white sheep. But if you can't find any white sheep, you can totally do it. I mean, you can totally do it either way. I just usually try to find sheep. If I can find any sheep. Seriously though, where are the sheep? Anyways, those are villages. Villagers are a lot more complicated. There's breeding villagers, there's trading villagers, there's the hero of the village effect, which is like if you save him from a raid. I mean, villages and villagers are very complicated. But I mean, yeah, if you can find a good village that has good to loot, sometimes they'll have a blacksmith. And those are the best kind of houses, in my opinion. Ooh, look, white sheep. But a blacksmith, they'll have lava, it's contained. And it'll have furnaces, and it'll have grindstones, and the chest has by far the best loot. Iron armor, and diamonds, and obsidian. I mean, it's really good loot. And then the chests, every chest has a chance of giving you emeralds. Emeralds are the trading, it's like money, basically. That's how you trade with the villagers. 3 leather tunics, I don't know. That's crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll just sleep in this bed, but we won't steal it. when it gets dark. It's not dark yet. I mean, it's getting dark, but it's not dark yet. Seriously though, where are the sheep? There's like no sheep around. But yeah, once you have your first materials, and if you found a village, good job, you found a village. This is Minecraft, basically. It's a lot of doing this. It's a lot of scavenging materials from villages. It's a lot of breaking things to craft things. It's a lot of building things. It's fun. It's very fun. It's a fun game. That is the basics of Minecraft, pretty much. We're gonna find a bed. I'll craft a bed for you guys. And then I think we'll be good. Is that a sheep up there? That better be a sheep up there. Is that a chicken? Nope, that's an iron golem. Oh yeah, iron golems. So iron golems are the protectors of the villages, I guess. They have a lot of they do a lot of damage, and they have a lot of armor. They have a lot of health, I guess. Do not attack a villager or an iron golem if you're not on peaceful, because if you do, the iron golem will go up to you and smack you until you lose all your hearts and cease to exist in this world. And then you have to respawn and find all your loot. But if you smack an iron golem or a villager next to an iron golem, or a hostile mob appears, well, if you smack an iron golem or a villager next to it, it'll go up to you and smack you. If there's mobs nearby, it'll smack the mobs. Oh yeah, crops. So there are farmer villagers. I don't know. Oh yeah, look, there's one right there. And they have these little farms and composters. Composters are very, I don't know. I'm not gonna explain composters. They're kind of complex. But farms, they have food on them, and the villagers will go and break them and replant them. And if you break them, they'll replant them. But yeah, there's a lot of different things in villages. If I can find another sheep, that would be great. Sheep! Finally, a third sheep. Oh, mountains! Mountains are very beautiful since the 1.18 update. That was a long time ago. It's already almost 1.22. But 1.18 update added the caves and cliffs update, which made caves bigger and deeper, and mountains bigger and taller. So mountains look very beautiful now. It also added powdered snow. So powdered snow is snow, obviously, but if you step on it, you'll sink into it. You have to break out of it before it freezes you. So you'll sink into it. So this is powdered. Wait, no, is it? No, it's not powdered snow. Never mind. Actually, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's powdered snow. No, it's just snow. But there is powdered snow every once in a while. I don't know if there's any over here. I think this is all snow. Oh, mining! That totally. That's a long. Anyway, but now that we have the 3 wool we were looking for the entire video, let's place down our crafting table and how to craft a bed. Okay, so over here in the crafting menu, you can, so right now it says all, but you can click this toggle and it'll say craftable, and it'll show the craftable things first, and then the other things down here. So, if you want to craft an item, the quick way to do it is to click on it in this menu over here. But if you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and just make it yourself. So, to craft a bed, you kind of just saw it, but you have 3 wool on top, 3 wood on the bottom. And boom, a white bed. Flowers. They can be turned into dye. And if you put a bed with a flower, you can craft a red bed. We're going to go ahead, I forgot I have an axe. We're going to go ahead and mining, and then we'll end this video. Let's dig down. Don't dig straight down in Minecraft, because you could fall into lava. Just common sense. Okay, mining. You want to dig down in your Minecraft world, usually in a staircase form like this. And then eventually you'll find stone. Stone is very important. If you can craft furnaces, you can craft stone tools, you can craft blocks. There's so many things you can do with stone. Well, actually, so when you mine stone, it actually turns into cobblestone. To get stone, this block, you have to smelt the cobblestone in a furnace. I'll craft a furnace in a moment after I have enough cobblestone. 14 cobblestone, that's enough. So to craft a furnace, you need a 3x3 rotation like this, but nothing in the middle. And that crafts a furnace. Now furnaces are useless without fuel. So if I wanted to cook this meat, I can't because I don't have fuel. Now, there are a lot of things that can be used as fuel. There's wood, there's coal, there's lava, there's charcoal, there's, I don't even know. there's charcoal, there's blaze rod, no, yeah, you can use blaze rods, there's blaze powder. There's a lot of different things you can use. But to use a furnace, you need some sort of fuel. I don't have any coal, so we're just gonna use one piece of wood. Wood is not a very good fuel source because it's going down very fast, as you can see. Coal is ideal. It's the most common and best. It's just the best, kind of. Lava buckets produce the most. It can produce up to 100 items. I don't know why I was trying to break that with an axe. It's very much made out of stone. But there's a lot of things you can do with stone, and lava buckets are the best fuel source. I mean, kind of, because it's kind of hard to get a bucket of lava. But it's the best fuel source because you can smelt up to 100 items. Coal is the ideal fuel source because it's very common and easy to get coal. It also smelts up to 8 items. So, pretty good. Wood plank smelts 1 item. A wood log, I think, smelts like 4 items. Anyway, so that is Minecraft. That is how to play Minecraft. And those are the basics. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you would like to see a part 2 where I go over more about Minecraft, let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe so you never miss another video. Leave a like if you like this video. And I'll see you guys, I guess in another Minecraft video. Bye.